we are now live.
Hello. So, last time, the party was split back here in the past and whatnot, with half of them going to go to the other island over, research and try and find some ways to deal with the benefactor, while the other ones went and searched for him. The ones researching went to a small zebra village in a mostly salt flat covered land that was also being built into a theme park practically everywhere. Had to deal with a stupid doctor, by their definition, that would not heal until he was paid, which is kind of how American healthcare is, but hey, whatever.
That doesn't stop it from being any less bullshit.
Fair. The other group went to a warehouse. Well, they found some zebras doing shady stuff in a warehouse. Started a fight after they got shot at. Knocked most of them out. Accidentally killed some of them and had to bring them back. Tied them up with rope and have been questioning them. And that brings us to where we're currently at. And it's up to you. Which group do you all want to start with? I mean, Misty's group is a little bit further behind, so I'll start with them. Yeah.
At least in the timeline, anyway. But
yeah,
we'll see. So Zakai or Trainwreck was in the middle of threatening a middle management, quote unquote, rifleman with waterlogging them, I guess. I'm not sure.
Nope. Overhydration.
Overhydration.
I mean,
I don't know the actual term for it, but he was going to.
Yeah, overhydration.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for the host, Son of Loki.
I mean, technically waterlogged means saturated with or full of water, so that's almost the same thing.
Almost. Just a tad.
That's saying. That's all.
So she was threatening him with that. Roll bluff intimidation. Yeah, why not? It is a threat after all, so.
Yeah. One sec.
I can attempt to assess. I just don't remember what the rules are for that.
The rules in this system are all over the place half the time, so.
It's like. Is it something like every 20 or 25 you have someone else gets +5 or something? I don't. Well, let me ask them. Q&A.
Alright. I'm just gonna move all these guys in one huddle together.
Yeah, Trimwreck's bluff intimidation is not high. One sec.
Hey, Misty's is pretty decent, but some of that's from item bonuses, and I'm not technically.
Oh, dang it.
93 versus 13.
Even with the help, I don't think that would pass.
Well, regardless of any intimidation works or not, Trinek's just gonna start forcing the zebra to drink water.
When it doesn't work, it starts working. What would you... That's effectively force feeding somebody, and I'm not sure what you would roll for that, so I'm just gonna let it happen. Whenever you would eventually stop at some point or another, whether it's because of, hey, you need to get more water.
Yeah, she'd need to refill the canteen.
Like, he would cough and sputter at water and whatnot. I don't know the effects of this, like the symptoms, or when things start happening, so let me look that up. Overhydration. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, also called water poisoning.
Yeah, it's not pretty.
Yeah, too much of anything can kill you. Even water.
Make this person drown on dry land.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure
it's
you know
not
it's
drowning.
going to
It
take
just
a while. I'm sure you
Hmm.
know it's going to take a while and a lot of water, because, like, of course. But you have a cloud that produces water, so, like, you got water.
Yeah, we're in the past too, so
You go over to the water fountain. Alright, let's get some more water.
just whistling a jaunty tune.
Let me think.
Oh wait, Trainwreck can't whistle.
Eventually, like after a good long bit, roll up to decide how long, but eventually he would break and start actually giving some answers to questions that you'd be answering. So, figure out how long it takes him, and then ask me some questions, and I'll see what at all he knows.
See, try to figure out. Imagine when he'd start feeling nauseous, and he'd probably throw up at least once.
Oh, he'd throw up twice.
Yeah.
At least.
Imagine Trank would, stop once it starts to sink in that, yeah, this isn't a threat. She's actively doing this, and it's either talk or this keeps happening, no matter how threatening you find her.
Yeah. Alright. What's that? Freaking words. Yeah. So he'd eventually start talking. What questions are you going to ask? Since you are the one holding the canteen of water, what are you going to ask?
See, one sec, got the check back on the name.
Right.
Alright.
Just type it if you can't pronounce it, because I can't pronounce the zebra names I make.
It's fairing. It's fairing, so...
Okay, I
But,
can pronounce that one.
I was gonna say, it's spelled weird. Pharynx, F-E-R-I-N-X. I'm guessing it has something to do with iron, because ferrous.
Here's how I make my zebra names. I just type the random letters on my keyboard in a somewhat coherent fashion.
Congratulations, you've just listed literally every single naming convention there is, aside from dropping a bag of Skittles on the keyboard and seeing which ones hit the keys hard enough to type.
Yeah.
Ooh, cat keyboard names.
In essence.
So, again, and anything you're asking them. Anything at all.
Well, no, that's not his name. That's one we want to question them about. The one we woke up is nameless.
Oh, okay. So you're asking about fairings.
No, first about the zebra that bombed the port.
That too. After much coughing and sputtering of, hey, I'm dying, he would start speaking and whatnot. He, just stop. He came in on, I don't know what area he's from or anything. He practically appeared out of nowhere. I don't know what area he's from. He wanted to get to the other end of the island, and we have him. We shipped him off yesterday.
Hmm.
Well, the good news is that means he must have been on a ship with a manifest.
Hmm. Alright.
Because they have plenty of paper for that stuff, right? That seems they do,
yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Well, no, this is asking train wrecking character.
Oh, okay. But he would give you said information. My cat just made up. Before throwing up once more. With said information, would you wake anyone else up? Would you call the MOM? What are you gonna do?
Just confirming that he spoke with the pharynx, right?
He would have spoken with him, yes.
See.
Alright. Sorry, it's just... I am slightly tired. Yeah. You asked him about all that whatnot. And he would tell you that, yeah, they shipped him off. Pharynx is with him, most likely.
Oh, wait, but they pointed to Pharynx in the lineup. Yeah,
right,
civilian.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm stupid. Like I said, I'm slightly tired. They would tell you that Pharynx is currently the leader of their little squad here. Yeah, that's the best word for it, squad. Not much else. They wouldn't tell you too much about Pharynx himself or anything. But roll bluff and intimidation, like, to see if they are withholding it.
I have to figure out how much of those from bonuses. Give me a sec. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so that's versus 76 at the very word. Oh.
Yeah, I got a crit. I got 1.
Roll 20.
They are clearly not giving the entire fool everything they know. Typing. He would stutter over his words. That's the once again threat of overhydration, which really is... It doesn't sound threatening, but then you really think about it and it is. But, like, he would kind of stumble over his words.
Yeah, Treyarch was trying to find the least Raider-like way to torture and interrogate someone.
I think this is more Raider-like. Or at least more vicious than some Raider ways of doing things.
Nah, but it's less Raider style. You know,
I
no
don't
gore
see
and, you know...
No raping, no finding their family and raping and killing them. Like, this is definitely at least less vicious than, you know.
There you go, trying to justify it.
Right.
Oh no,
I'm not the one doing it, so.
Oh no, I'm just explaining why she went for this particularly unique form of interrogation.
Alright.
You sure she shouldn't stick around? She'd be perfect at mom.
But they would stumble over their words and everything. I please don't. We're supposed to be... There is a explosive charge being set up in town. We were supposed to do it as a distraction.
Where's the explosive charge?
I don't know. That's handled by the bomb team. The ones that...
Who has contact with the bomb team?
It would be the lesser armed and would be the lesser armed riflemen that you were fighting before
who
these
we're
guys came in.
dealing with? Or did we move on to... I thought we were talking to the lesser riflemen to find out about...
I thought you were talking to one of the higher-up riflemen.
No, we were talking to the middle guys before going to, Ferrings himself.
Brains was of the high riflemen. We were working our way up from recruit to the middle to the high, and we hadn't hit the high yet.
Yeah, we're seeing who would squeal first.
That way we could also...
well, that makes much more sense.
So that way we could rub it into the head guy's face like, yeah, wow, your people are horribly trained. We already got all this info.
Yeah, I'd say more so we can, interrogate him with a stacked deck.
I mean,
yeah.
Same thing.
That makes sense. Well, then I'll just say that a few of the more higher-up ones are the bomb squad. Not all of them, but hey, a few of them. And that they would have been the ones handling where this is and setting it up.
Alright. Trank will put the cap back on the canteen and, leave him alone.
He would let out a sigh of relief. Yeah, we'll continue with you all for a little bit longer, and then we'll hop over to the others.
Yeah, should we question Ferrings now?
I think so, yeah.
Trank will refill the canteen. But yeah, then we'll give him a little smack awake.
With your... Yeah, you have cybernetic hooves now. You have real hooves. I can speak.
Yep.
I can speak. So... Yeah, smack him around. Yeah, you don't need strength for that. It's not like... beat this guy's head to the ground whenever you're knocking anything. You wake him up, and after the slightly dazed bit of, hey, I'm being woken up, he'd look at you with disdain, is the best way you can describe it.
So, Ferrings, I presume.
And you are?
I'm just a spook with a lot of muscle.
I've called in sick. We're his undersecretaries.
Yes, I am Ferrings. Good job. Well, you probably stopped nothing, but hey. Good job, you beat us up.
Oh yeah, outnumbered. Yes, outnumbered. 3-13, and you somehow still lost.
Because they were outmatched.
more like 3 to 8. Not great, but there's a the rest of these zebras, besides my actual force here, were mere cannon fodder. They weren't really meant to fight, so.
Well, see. First order of business will be the spirit you ended up ferrying out to the other side of the island.
Yeah, should have known one of them would crack. Yes.
You are aware.
have-
Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
You are aware it's just a zebra pretending to be a pony. It's just a spirit pretending to be a zebra, right?
That's by a star.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Nothing is ever that desperate.
That trainer just gonna hold her tongue on the fact that Misty Hat carries a star in a jar to randomly ask questions.
Nothing's ever that desperate.
I mean, above board, remember, they're zebras. That's supposed to be their most immortal enemy. I am part pony, therefore, I don't care. That's how. If I recall correctly, the Equestria even doubles down on it by saying Princess Luna's Nightmare Moon for the additional star intimidation.
So, it would be your thing, because he did say something. And then Misty, is like, nothing's ever that desperate. So it is my thing. Okay. Perhaps. I wouldn't expect... Are you wearing something to cover your horn, or is it open to like you being shown as an alicorn?
Her with her current outfit, her wings would be what's being covered, but her front leg and whatnot is
what
still
about
flaming.
Soul? Would you make Soul go invisible?
I mean, my knowledge, Soul is watching the civilians while invisible.
That is fair. You said 3 to 15? Yes?
3 to
Or
13.
whatever you said for them. I only see 2. Whereas your compatriot gone off to?
Well,
I do believe that's none of your business.
yeah, they're around somewhere. Now, we need to figure out, just where you sent the spirit.
And why would I tell you that?
Good question. Why would you tell us that? Guess we'll have to find out and answer together then.
Pouring water down his throat?
Yeah. Yeah, Treyarch just unscrews the canteen.
Yes, a torture method I haven't used personally. Yay. Go ahead and try. I will not.
Let's see. You know what? I'm just gonna actually leave you alone for a bit. Let's see if there's anyone else in your group that will be more compliant. And he is the leader, so this will probably get to him more.
Sure.
I have faith that most of my people will not speak. And the ones that do probably don't know anything.
Well, the ones that spoke to us certainly knew. Like the bomb in town.
And do they know where the said bomb is? You can't be expected to scour an entire city now, can you?
That's what magic's for.
Honestly, it could be counting down right now. You'd never know.
Yeah, sure we would. We've got magics a lot.
Actually, yeah, we might want to speed this up then. Is, you say it's a torture you've never experienced before, but it's not really something you can harden yourself against. There's just certain types of tortures that you really can't just grit your teeth and bear it. And I would know. And I'm just going to start forcing him to drink water.
Alright, with that, we skip to the other end of this party. So, Barry, you're all's group. You're in the hospital. What you gonna do?
Well, apart from grin at watching that corrupt doctor run for the hills. What can I say? It's still very satisfying.
That is fair.
But that will help him in the end.
Come, we have patients that need treatment. Barry would then head up to the wing that the zebra patients are on, and start commandeering the necessary medical supplies to treat them properly. If any of the nursing staff or other doctors have a complaint, ministry business.
I was gonna say, if they have a complaint, then I kind of expected Masher to just like look at them and then they'd shut up.
I think it's much more effective saying, "Now you don't want to get in the way of official ministry business like the one doctor did, and find yourselves guilty of treason now, would you?"
That's another one, yeah.
And if you do, I can handle it right here, right now.
He can. He is very well qualified.
That would be enough to get most of the nurses and or doctors to just stop caring and just let you have it.
That's all we need from them.
You would take said medical supplies and head to where the zebras would be kept. Obviously, just said symptoms same as the ones from the village.
Mm-hmm. But now I got everything I need to treat them properly.
Baking soda. No, well, somewhat. Roll medicine 10 times. Just roll it all at once. It'll make it far easier for you.
Take your time, roll 20. Gonna have to re-roll roll that one fail. There we go.
That is that. Okay. Is that 7 a crit?
1 second. Double checking. No.
Alright. I know the 3 is, but I didn't know about 7. So, your medical skill is 115, something like that?
130.
Ah, I was off by a bit. So all those would be passes, I think. Is 98 a crit fail?
Yes, hence why I rolled the extra one.
That makes sense. Alright. You would stabilize most of them, heal a good few of them, and for 3 of them would be in good enough shape that a bit of rest should tide them over and get them done within like a few days. The other ones will need like a bit more rest, maybe like a week or so. And a bit of, hey, getting up and walking. Thankfully, that crit, that 3, was for a elder, a shaman, whatnot. That was not too badly hurt or anything. That should be able to get out within the day, at most, probably an hour or 2, at the least. They'd be awake and able to go do stuff. So, I assume that you'd want to question said elder, or at least talk to him or whatever. Which would mean a 1 or 2 hour wait. So, anything you do in that time period?
Yeah, make sure I've got enough supplies stationed so I can return to the village and treat those who are still sick at the village as well. And of course, make sure the hospital staff are given my explicit instructions on the care that these zebras are to be given, so they can be safely discharged upon their full recovery.
They would, on a 90% basis, take you seriously. Well, 98%. There is the occasional doctor that's like, I'm racist. But a bit of, hey, you're gonna go to treason, and they would straighten out.
Mhm.
So, hour passes, 2 hours pass, and the elder would wake up and whatnot. I'll do this conversation and hop back to see where the rest of the party's going. Then once they do that, then I'll hop back to you. It'll be like that. So, how does this conversation start and go?
Tell me, how are you feeling, Elder?
I'm feeling much better, thank you. As for its time, I would make it out of this. Good Samaritan coming and everything. So, thank you. I believe you want to ask me something?
If you're feeling well enough for the discussion, the subject matter of which I wish to ask you could be somewhat taxing. So, I want to make sure that you are feeling up to it before I ask. It has something to do with a certain tale of a star that came to this land, and a hero who it corrupted. I believe you're familiar with the tale.
If it becomes too much, I will stop you. Yes, I know what you speak of. She's obviously speaking in rhyme, but not gonna bother with that.
Same as Barry, because I am not good at rhyming on the fly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got two zebras speaking in rhyme.
And Master just there, desperately following along.
I mean, at some
along
point,
with Aurora. Master and Aurora just like, yep.
I mean, if it would help, he can just go stand outside the door and be like, "Oh, you want to? No, I'm sorry. Ministry business. Come back later."
This star you speak of. I doubt you would be here just to say, "Oh yes, he's been defeated already." He is back.
I'm certain the spirits can inform you of the very peculiar nature of our meeting, although I am not at liberty to say it myself. But yes, in the place that I call home, he has broken free and returned. I have had the displeasure of having to face him multiple times, and every time time I come across him, we manage to kill the body that he inhabits, but he always ends up coming back. We've come to seek a solution that could potentially break his bond to this plane, so that he may be put to rest once and for all. So that the balance of the spirits can be maintained and restored. But finding and killing a star is not exactly an easy task to accomplish with no information.
Yes. You would need something that can harm it. It is a rare material from the stars itself that I can think of. At least one way. It's probably not a end-all solution, but star metal should at least harm it. That's what it is called in the pony culture, correct? Star metal?
Indeed. So, star metal. It's definitely a start. But I'd imagine in order to kill the star and sever the bond, we need to find where the star itself resides. And I'd also wager that this creature has likely taken great lengths to hide his where the star is, so it is not easy to get to.
I'd say that is an accurate assumption. The princesses, many believe, even I included, believe they are envoys of stars, especially the one of the sun. She controls it after all. It is believed that she houses her star within herself, though she also could just house it within the sky itself, moving it around. That does not seem feasible for this one. It is, as you said, a zebra, correct?
Mm-hmm. He does have a habit of possessing many bodies, but he always ends up coming back to a zebra. From what I've been told of the older legends, he was originally a hero that was sent to fight the star, but was instead possessed by it and sealed away. And where the star over the eons corrupted him. A tragic tale, but in the place I call home, he creates far many more tales that end just as tragically.
You are one with the spirits, yes? A fellow shaman.
I am, Elder.
You would have to find a way to... This is the option, theoretical at best. Overload his physical form. Possess it with far more than it can handle. If it can't store all the souls within it, then any form it would create would, well, probably explode if not. Though he would have to be weaker. Star metal, so.
Star metal to weaken him. Then, with the aid of the spirits, fill his body with enough energy to where it will cause it to detonate, and likely destroy the star in the process.
It is a possibility.
It's far more than we had before coming here. Thank you, Elder.
Thank you.
I am honored to be blessed with your wisdom.
He would nod, and from there, we shall jump back to the people interrogating a dude with water. Very drastic change.
Well, okay, but for serious question, are there any guards or police on the way? Because, again, there was kind of like a lot of shooting going on.
Oh yeah, above board, there would be police on the way, yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Like, yeah.
Like, this is taking them an inordinate amount of time to show up. Like,
Well, fortunately, you guys have those MOM badges.
You also were at the police station, so, like, yeah.
it's like, oh, what are you guys doing here? When you asked if we had any locations about where zebras were located. What? That doesn't make any sense.
So, as you're interrogating, and he is not well, you're not interrogating him, you're interrogating his underlings. You'd be getting some of the same information, for the most part. If any at all. Because some of them just flat out refuse to talk. Despite that they are very much not in good shape. You would find out a serial number that is by memory, so it might not be entirely correct, but a serial number of the ship that was used to send him off. I will type it now. I don't know the length of normal serial numbers for like ships and whatnot, so this might be completely just like whatever. But you would find a serial number. Well, not find, but he would tell you one from memory, so it's not guaranteed to be completely correct, but it has a chance of being pretty close. So, you get that bit of information, as well as rough information of where they would arrive at. Or at least one of these places that they could be going. Which would be to the island north of here, which is the smallest of them. And that would be all of the islands that you've officially been on if you go there. Like, the party has had at least one person on every island.
Not necessarily all at the same time or in the same time, but still on there.
Yep. You'd get that information, and then cops would, through radio and megaphones or whatever, that's what speakerphones, yeah, there we go, would be like, come out with your hooves up, or, yeah, hooves up, from outside. Because they don't know that you're here.
How long has it been since the end of the fight, by the way?
I'm thinking.
Careful, don't hurt yourself too much. Okay, sorry, that was mean.
That's fair. I'd say around 2 hours, because water torture is difficult. It takes time, and the police really should have been here earlier. But hey, whatever.
Okay.
But the police are here now. They are maybe at the door. They're at least outside.
Okay. I've regained some strain. Yeah. Misty, are there any windows nearby?
You all came in here through an alleyway door. There are no windows.
In that case, Misty's just gonna shout back. We're up here. What took you so long? We've had him tied up for hours.
Alright. Let me roll perception to see if they can hear you over their own shouting. Hey, they're not deaf as rocks. They almost were. That almost was a 10th. You'd eventually have someone knock on the door. And then they'd realize that the door is not locked. And then they would open the door.
She's not even paying attention. She's just got her badge floating, like, behind her at an angle.
A few cops would come. 3 at most. Seeing that, hey, you took care of it already.
You'll want a translator for them, she says, pointing at the recruits. They were being held under, what's it called? They were being held under duress. I'm not sure if Misty would know the full name, so she's just calling it duress. They were being held under duress. Their families were being threatened. So you could
They were held under duress.
So you could probably get good info out of them if you could just, help them find their families and, like, help them move or make sure that this isn't going to happen again. Because gestures to all of the rifle colts, whatever.
Yeah, rifles and stick grenades. They would nod, one of them whistling for some more people to come in and whatnot as they start taking the tied up, not completely evil zebras out. And Trainwreck continues with whatever she'd be doing, interrogation-wise. What would you be doing?
I was, doing the water thing. Yeah.
Oh, well, I told you what information you'd get. The same stuff, a serial number, and that they would be going to somewhere on the island north of here. That's the main information that you get out of these dudes.
Well, I mean for Pharynx. Because Trainwreck...
Pharynx. Yeah, Pharynx ain't talking.
There is one thing Trainwreck will end up doing.
I feel fear.
I don't want to be that character, but There's always the classic extract the memory from them.
We do not have memory orbs.
You don't need a memory orb if you know the right spells.
I don't.
Or
think we
even
do.
just know the right people.
Yep. And I do believe we know the right people.
That's probably true. Do we know the right people? I mean, we know Pinkie Pie. Yeah, we know the right people.
Yeah, hello, Pinkie
Well, see,
Pie.
here's the thing. If we don't know the people, she knows the people. She knows everyone. So, therefore, you only need to know one person to know everyone. The bacon roll is 2 people tops.
We know the people that know the people. So, let me read what Zerkai's put. Oh, that's...
Make him swallow a match next.
Okay, that's... That might actually be a response. That is the most sinister laugh I've heard from this party. As you force him to chug what is effectively lighter fluid. He would cough, spit, and choke. Roll bluff intimidation at +20. +30. Sorry.
Rolls a 3.
I imagine while this is happening, Shinrek has this song playing on her pit box.
Because I want to set you on fire, fire, fire.
No. But it still fits, you know.
Alright. Let me look at how you did on that roll.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would Misty be helping, and would that make any difference?
I imagine Misty wouldn't want to help with this part.
I was gonna say, like,
which is entirely fine.
With the police officers and stuff. Like, I figure that's why Turner's bringing up the worst stuff, is Misty's now occupied by the police.
Yep. Exactly that.
It's like, oh, this is the perfect opportunity. Because Turner didn't want Misty there, period. And Misty's like, no, it's okay, I got this. I'm helping. I can heal them and stuff if something bad happens.
Yeah, before this whole interrogation thing started, I just went through my inventory thinking, alright, what can I work with here?
I just imagine, like, Misty's gonna come back 5 minutes later and he's going to be on fire from the inside out, and she's gonna be like, what'd you do?
No, she's just gonna look and go, see, I told you you needed me.
Okay.
I drew a horse.
Nice, good job.
That's not a
Incorrect.
horse. That's not a horse.
That's a Durgan.
That's a Durgan horse.
right.
And I love Kieran.
Good Kieran, though. But, he would, despite looking like a wreck at this point, as he has thrown up, is coughing, probably has some sort of level of poisoning from drinking fucking gasoline, effectively.
Mm.
Well, actually, flamer fuel is probably more like gel, isn't it? Because that's how real flamethrowers work. They shoot gel.
Yeah, which like, lights on fire.
So yeah, he is not having a good time. Like, he can hardly breathe. He's definitely poisoned.
He may know pre-war or torture, but he ain't got shit on the wasteland.
The best part is they are the direct cause of this. This is their future retribution. Come back in time to distribute karma.
Ooh.
He'd be panting a lot and throwing up, but he wouldn't yet be talking. He will soon enough. Like, you light a match, he's gonna freak out.
Light a match! Light a match!
Yep. Actually, Trainwreck's light flamer is a handheld. It is basically the size of, a rifle or a small rifle, so she probably has that in her bags.
Oh,
Just
no.
pull out a miniaturized flamethrower, the music plays.
He would shake his head vigorously.
Did someone leave the stove on?
Stop. You're fucking insane. Stop. No.
You can make this stop.
What do you want to know? He is clearly still trying to choke down a lot of flamer fuel gel that is in his throat, as he's barely even able to speak.
Yeah. Location of the spirit and where the bomb is planted.
You should be on a boat heading north of here. There's a... I'm also not sure why he's going there, but he's going north on the outskirts of one of the bigger cities on that island. The bomb is planted under the hospital.
Which hospital?
Out of game, let me think of a stereotypical pony hospital name.
Insert name that Barry and Masher
It's not the same building.
are.
But
lame.
yeah.
I thought you were
That's
about to tie
a
this all
different
back
island,
together.
Misty.
Yeah,
That's
so
a different island.
I thought you were about to tie it all together.
Oh no. If
okay.
only.
Yeah,
If only.
as long as in-character Trunic gets the specific name, then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
In-character Trainwreck has a name for the hospital.
Generic hospital name number 3.
And then the Trunic is going to, put away the flamer and also gut punch Pharynx to make him start purging up all the fuel.
Roll strength.
Not strength. How on earth are they supposed to succeed?
Well, they almost failed.
Almost crit failed.
I still think that's stupid. But anyway.
He would collapse to the ground as he throws up, spitting out lots of flamer fuel that is very flammable and disgusting looking at this point.
Yeah, Trek will, just pull the bounded up zebras away from that pile of fuel. Just in case.
Just in case there's a spark or something that randomly happens.
Keep an eye contact with the cops and looking at the one smoking a cigarette.
Accurate. The one smoking a cigarette takes the exit out and starts putting it out on his jacket. Or the wall, or whatever's close. Like, yep, don't want to die today.
No?
What would be even better is just Soul taking the cigarette from the dude while he's standing there, very confused as it just levitates away and gets stomped.
The spirits are trying to tell him something. He should listen.
Smoking's bad for you.
Alright, time to stop smoking. I'm done, boys. Cancel that order.
When the snake falls in love with the spaghetti, it's time to buy a new hat.
What does that mean?
Although I suppose I
Alright.
do legally need to say that is a quote from Scott Adams. From Denver.
Alright.
It's from Southernisms that almost make sense.
Applejack's
You'll have
favorite
to link-
website.
You're gonna have to link that to me later.
They were made up on the spot, so.
Now you're making me curious
So-
to look up a whole book of countryisms.
Yeah. As you gut punch him, and a cop loses his cigarette and then, like, stops smoking from this point on. You know where the hospital is. The cops probably have this all taken care of. Skip to 5 hours later and it just explodes. No,
Yeah,
They probably
Trainwreck
have this
would
kid.
head to. Yeah, Trainwreck would head to the hospital. Yeah.
just leaves Misty behind. We don't need her.
Well, gather up Misty and Soul, and also just let them know that one of the zebras over here has water poisoning, and the other one has water poisoning plus poisoning from ingesting toxic materials.
We're gonna need a stomach pump for that.
They can
If only
pretty
I knew
well
what
figure
that
out
was.
which one is which.
Yeah, the one's covered in vomit.
And then one that's covered in flammable vomit, so they can pretty well tell which one is which. You'd head off to find the hospital. It is on the other end of town, so that's fun. And you don't have a car. A car almost hits you, and you have to recite that line from Star Trek. I'm walking here.
Yeah.
Oh, the horror. Celestia, help us if someone knew how to teleport.
That's fair.
Oh, wait!
Well,
wait
she's
a
never been there
second.
before. Plus, we can also go, MOM. Well, they know we're MOM. We just tell one of the cops to drive us there, because the cops arrived in cars at least.
Hey, cop. You're now my Uber. Take me here.
Yeah, I actually won't mind when the MMO agent says there's a zebra bomb about to go off underneath a hospital.
Yeah, the cop is just like, say no more, hop in. You'd be driven over there, and everything seems calm and peaceful as people go in and out of the hospital as if nothing is wrong whatsoever.
Yeah, Tremor's gonna tell Misty and Soul to, wait outside of the building.
Why?
Just in case, something happens when I try to disarm the bomb.
Or we could teleport way out into the wilderness, just the three of us with the bomb, and then teleport back, and then the bomb's in the middle of nowhere. Yeah.
Just pull a Batman and drive the nuke off into the ocean.
Yeah, Trimwreck is obviously very
That's where you
hesitant
roll it
about
off the top of a circuit tent into the ocean.
Yeah, Trimwreck just looks very hesitant about having any of her crew near her when she's disarming a bomb.
I mean, but magic. Magic is the cause of and solution to all of our problems. Except for violence. Which magic can be used for violence. Therefore, magic is the cause of and solution to all of our problems.
Trimwreck will relent and let them come along while they search the basement.
There is a brief moment of, hey, you can't go down here, and then you push them out of the way. Oh, that's good. That's a good one, Barry.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
A classic, and it's true, too.
Alright, so would you take the stairs or the elevator? Because one is faster than the other.
The stairs are faster if you just jump down all the flights.
Is that safe?
We're just going down to the basement floor. We don't need to get into an elevator, open the door, close the door, then push the button, then wait for it to go down. In some cases, an elevator is slower than just going down one flight of stairs.
That is fair. So you jump and or teleport and or fly / dive down the stairs. You all have so many more methods of travel.
And I'm free. Free.
You go into the basement and how many of you have you guys ever been in a hospital's basement?
Yeah. Imagine the wasteland scavenging ruins of hospitals for medical supplies, going into the basement.
I meant IRL. Have you been in a hospital basement?
No. I'm trying to remember now. I have family that works in a hospital.
Volunteered at a hospital for 2 summers.
Because I've been in a hospital basement before, and they are kind of like maintenance tunnels in terms of how kept together they are. Or at least when I was and it's also a maze sometimes.
It's where a goodly part of the HVAC system is set up, where lots of other systems have their major parts go to, because it's out of the way.
Yep. So, it's kind of a maze. How would you go about finding a freaking bomb that you have no clue how strong it is either?
Tramwreck would, let's see. I guess you're using her explosive knowledge to figure out what would be the best place to annihilate, this building, if placing a bomb in the basement.
either a really strong bomb in the center, or a few bombs on like major foundation style corners and whatnot. Like any foundation pillars and whatnot would be prime targets.
Yeah, she'll check any foundation pillars, any sort of structurally important areas for any bombs. Because demolitions is her special talent.
Because it's your special talent, I'm not even gonna have you roll much. Because that's like, yeah, you're good at this stuff.
Except for the one time she wasn't, which killed her original team.
You're good at this, except for when you're not.
The almighty crit fail.
So, you'd find a bomb. It's nothing crazy. It's not a mega spell. It would be what can best be described as some souped up C4. Not quite as powerful as whatever comes after C4 in the books, but it's definitely not just your standard C4.
C4 and a half.
C4 and a third.
Yeah, screw that. We gotta have the C7.
Yeah.
C4 and 7th, 8th.
Will my character know how do plastic explosives react to magic? Because
plastic explosives.
It should be pretty harmless, but just in case it might accidentally charge it.
Unless it's like a crit fail, nothing bad will happen.
And if it's anything like real C4, it should be incredibly stable.
Yeah.
Real C4 you can drop off a building and it's going to be fine.
Yep.
From what I've seen, you can light it on fire and it'll still be fine.
You can shoot it. You can short circuit it.
So Trainwreck will check for any other support, like are there bombs on any other support areas, or is it just the one bomb?
There would be a grand total of roll 1d3.
Yeah. And that's 3.
There are 3 bombs. Two in... It goes in diagonally, from one corner to the middle to the other corner.
And is there a timer currently?
It is currently around a half an hour. For the outer 2, and 40 minutes for the middle one.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Yeah, Trainwreck knows why it's like that, and she's pissed. Because that'll be about the time, relief and emergency workers come in, and then the third bomb will go off. Let's see.
Well,
Trainwreck will gather all the bombs and give Misty the okay to teleport them.
Let's see. What's a good spot? Oh, I know. How about we go to a place where there's going to be all those mines? That sounds like a pretty good idea, right?
That's it. Whenever you teleport there, because I know what you're talking about, you teleport into a cemetery. Have fun blowing up some graves.
Trainwreck would, ask this be sent to someplace far out that they know. No collateral, if they can help it.
in before they're going all over the place, and that gif I dropped ends up being very, very appropriate.
Sure, I know any places like that.
We were traveling on foot across the islands for a while, and we have to have found some
No, we
stretch
weren't.
of...
We had a car. For at least
We had a car for a
majority of it.
while, and then we walked for a while.
Well, our real survival is not a crit fail. But yeah, I know Misty's trying to play until finally she's like, "Dude, do you want me to just teleport to the middle of the ocean? I can do that."
I said you were gonna pull a Batman, did I not?
Look,
Hey,
if it works,
Misty
it works.
was the one with the idea to teleport them away somewhere safe, but if not, Trenrek will, ask the Misty to get the building evacuated, or at least try and get started on evacuation.
So, as Misty just gets the frick out,
With the bombs, wee!
Oh,
Wee! Look at that. It's all fine.
don't you have to know where you're going for,
I'm reaching out as far east as I can. That's the extent of her.
the farthest you'd be able to reach out would be...
Okay.
the farthest by memory place that you can probably go, because you do have to know where you're freaking going.
Is an old orphanage we passed by.
A picture of Canterlot that you remember from, your childhood. No.
Let's say we'd already discussed that it would take 2 teleports to get to
Oh yeah,
Canterlot,
it would take
that,
a bit.
that
to
one
get
would put us in the middle of the ocean.
Well then, yeah, you're in the middle of the ocean watching a shark go after what looks like a pirate dressed in red with a hook. No, not a shark, a crocodile. Yeah, there we go.
We would like to actually have that proof that about the bomb threat.
Why do we need proof? I'm just asking, we're MOM agents, is that not...
Yeah, we're still gonna have to explain this to Pinkie Pie.
I'm sure.
Well, you see, spies.
Okay,
Yeah.
so teleporting into an area that is not familiar adds plus 20 straining, requires a successful arcane magic skill check at minus 20 to avoid mishap. So, that's taken care of. I mean, we can choose somewhere aside from the ocean. It's just the ocean
There's
seems
got
like
lots
an easy
of less casualties.
Yeah.
There's a much less chance of blowing somebody up.
With the exception of that apparent one with opponent, the apparent character in a red coat with a hook being chased by a crocodile.
It's a Peter Pan reference, okay?
I know. I'm just looking for the pudgy guy in the rowboat rowing right after them.
Captain?
Yeah, I gotta admit, he's got pretty good endurance to make it all the way out to Equestria.
He went through dimensions to get there, man.
Hey, they gotta basically do that to get to Neverland in the first place. So why not? All you need to do is make the wrong turn at the right star, and then boom, you're not in London anymore.
Alright, so where would you be trying to go? I assume the ocean.
Can I see a picture of the world map?
Let's see. Can I get a picture of the world map? Actually, I'm on a phone, so yeah, I can. For once, I can actually get a full picture of the world. Well, besides the fact that Equestria is kind of like not on this map.
Hmm.
So, give me a moment while I take this picture.
Okay, doke.
Alright. Camera. That is not the right area. Camera. It is raining outside right now. Alright. It may or may not be so good. Discord. This is the map. And enter. Send. Alright, there you go. I have put the map. It is currently sideways. So you're on the island that is under the words Barrier Sea. Near where it says where the bridge is. You're near there.
Boom. Are we in the boom reds or are we within
You are above Boom Rads.
Okay.
So, which of these islands is Barry, Masher, and Aurora on?
They are on the one with a bunch of black circles on it. Which is right next to the B in Barrier Sea.
Oh, the one in the... If you're looking at it the way it's supposed to be, getting a crick in the neck in the process, the one in the upper left?
Yep. You all have finally got...
1,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck. Oi!
I'll probably be able to actually put this as an actual map on Roll20 now that I have a picture on Discord. So that's good.
And actually have it be oriented the right way so we're not getting confused and such anymore?
Oh, yes. Yeah, the main issue I had with it is, do I want to put this here? Because then they'll have, somewhat knowledge of where things are, but I don't care. Because this map is so unreadable that you have no clue anyway. But yeah. That is where you are. So, Misty, where is you going with Bomb?
Bum.
Bum.
I saved the picture, and I'm trying to edit, and it's saying you don't have permission to edit this. You have to make a copy. It's on my computer. What do I...
That's funny.
Let me... Here. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm seeing any land that we like want to blow up.
If we also disarm the bombs, we can also use them later.
Yeah, let's try that. Do that first. Sure. Should we still teleport somewhere safe, or just have enough time to go? Hey, so do you guys have like a bomb shelter for like put bomb in here and it explodes and nothing happens?
Well, Trenick was going to go for start evacuating the hospital.
Well,
get
no,
people out of the
we
building.
can't we just take the bombs off?
Well, yeah, but we're gonna have to go somewhere with them.
Well,
And-
yeah. So let's just get a hold of Pink and go. Hey, we've got some bombs. You know what to do with them?
You got half an hour to do that.
Yeah, you know what? Just take the bombs. Get the cop to drive us out to the outskirts of the town, area.
This cop is gonna be like, "You have bombs?"
His life has become an action movie. He can't complain.
All right.
Look, I thought you wanted to be a hero. Okay. If you didn't, why on earth did you choose this occupation?
He's just like speeding around with the sirens on. Move, people! I have things to do.
Sergeant Coppertop.
He's just
Alright.
living his fullhood fantasies, isn't he?
Definitely. I'm a hero. Yay. He doesn't get to do any like train jumps or anything, but he does go over the train tracks at lightning speeds. So hey, that's fun. It is effectively the desert. Well, it's not the desert because it's not the apocalypse, but this island is mostly, aside from the plains that would be, it's mostly plains on this island and open space, so that's good for driving off-roading in a cop car as you go into the beach areas. And you get there with 12 minutes to spare. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
Trenick
get
will,
away from civilization.
Yeah, Trenick will get out and have them drive us, Misty and Soul a bit further away, outside the blast zone, for her to work.
He doesn't even consider not doing that.
Alright,
I'm helping.
I'll wait for the earth-shattering kaboom, and I'll come back and revive you. Fine.
Should I just roll all three in a row, or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. A sec. Ooh.
I accidentally bought spring water the other day whenever I went to the store, and it does not taste right.
Well, of course not. It's not spring for like another 3 months, man. Okay, you gotta get winter. That stuff has gotta be like, what, 8 9 months stale now? Gosh.
Sometimes, Misty. 76, the cursed
right
game. 76, the cursed game. 42, it's almost a 420, and 29. I can't think of a joke for 29. The first one almost gives you trouble, and you are almost worried, and then it stops beeping.
Trinex's life is shortened by 1 year.
Like, it goes beep, 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 and then it just stops, and you're like, is it good? And then the other two are fairly simple after that. They're like, is it good?
Yeah, Trainwreck will, use a sigh of relief and then wave down the others, to let them know the bombs are disarmed.
Copper Top here has, had an exhilarating life just now. He can't go back anymore. He's gonna join the military. Whenever you meet the ghoul Copper Top, he's gonna be like, what a huh? Huh?
Nice.
Confused. So, with that, you all get waved over, and I jump to Barry. Alright, you guys, you know what the shaman ladies has told you, the elder. What are you gonna do? You've healed people, they've told you information. You can get a free ride back to the island at any time, basically, because the ministry won't out.
Well, we still have one last thing to do. Now that the zebras in the hospital have been treated and will be released soon, still have to return to the village to treat those ones there, and to let them know that their sick have been treated and will be returning soon.
Yes, the not dead ones will return soon, because there were a few dead. Alright.
So yeah, we'll return to the village with the extra medical supplies.
Alright. You would arrive and you can roll your medicine checks for people.
How many?
In town there's a total of 40 people. Not all of them are sick.
The ones that were sick that I couldn't treat before due to a lack of supplies.
Roll 12 medicine checks then.
You do.
And roll 20 is now going to take its time.
Roll 20. It's a perfect piece of technology.
And once again, one more I need to re-roll. Okay.
Alright, so with that, you have stabilized most of them. They still need rest and everything, of course. And none of them are going to hop right back up because you didn't crit on any of them this time.
I'll go and speak to the same Zero I spoke to before, who's basically the acting leader right now. Well, well, thanks to the supplies I was able to procure, they've all been treated. With just a little bit more rest, they'll be as good as new. The patients at the hospital have also been treated and will be returning to you soon. The doctor who was supposed to treat them, it turns out the only reason he said he couldn't was because of his love of money, which, quite frankly, is disgusting and thoroughly unbecoming of a doctor. But you won't have to worry about him denying your people ill treatment anymore.
Thank you. You have genuinely been a lifesaver, unironically.
It is what I've pledged my life to.
I hope you found the information you were looking for.
Indeed, I have. It was an honor to receive the counsel and wisdom of the elder. And with what I shared with you about the techniques to clean your water, these illnesses and this poisoning should be a thing of the past for you.
Thank you. We've already started putting things into use, and the water certainly doesn't taste very good, but it is definitely clearer.
I only wish there was more I could do for you, but I am only one zebra.
I have a feeling there's a bit more special to you than being one zebra. Though, that is for you to do, to tell me and not for me to pray.
If the spirits see it fit to commune with the elder, those secrets, then it is the elder's place to pass that on to you, not mine.
Very well.
I wish you well, brother.
And I wish you well as well, sister. Now, go save the world.
I intend
Probably.
to. Farewell. And with that, we can head back.
Alright. To the other group as you get in a taxi and Uber your way back to the island. Like, you're just gonna Uber your way in and like, hey, things are exploding. But we gotta get through a day or two with the other group. A day specifically. Before you even arrive. So, you just teleported, well, you didn't actually teleport bombs, but you have disarmed bombs on the beach as, like, random crabs walk past and pinch you in the butt.
Who or what hit who and what butt, huh?
A crab comes and pinches Trainwreck as she finishes with the last bomb.
Train wreck.
The thing is, like, yeah, you have real legs now, You have real legs. So that's fun. You get pinched by a crab, just as you're tense and think that things might explode, which is fun.
Oh. Hello.
You got pinched on the butt by a crab. Apparently.
The fuck?
You no longer have cybernetic legs. You can feel that.
I wonder if we can take the crab back with us.
This crab is going into solitary confinement. So what would you be doing after having saved a hospital and given a guy a reason to live?
Let's see. No, we probably drive back now, and see if we can get on the line with Pinky or the Ministry of Morale and Pinky and let her know what happened.
Yep.
Okay, have you seen Breaking Bad?
Nope.
Nope.
What about you, Zerkai?
No, just little bits and pieces. And Pinky might know something's up with the whole police, raiding a zebra den, and then them speeding off, one of the cars speeding off.
All right. You would come back into town. Cops around the hospital, as well as the zebra outpost den, whatever you want to call it. And a particular pink pony that has decided, stuff is going down, might as well check it out. As you get out of the car. At the zebra den or the hospital? Which one? The hotel?
I imagine, probably the hospital. Yeah.
Alright. There would be cops around and everything. Pinkie Pie would be arriving, same as you.
Yeah, Trunk's gonna go later down.
I see you all are making what I assume is progress.
Yep, we have a direction, and we just stopped a
terrorist
bit
attack.
of a yep.
Like, she's just like, as you try and stumble your words, she's like, it's a terrorist attack. Glad to hear it. Which also means that in the past timeline, this happened. Hey, so you saved lives from the past that were once dead. You brought people back to life. Good job.
Well, and also arguably future lives too, because there's one extra hospital here to do work, which means the others won't be as badly overtaxed by its destruction, and people in this area won't have to travel as far to try to get to one of the other.
So, hey, things can be changed now, it seems.
Yeah, because, screw history. You want to know why we can change history? Because Missy hasn't taken a single class, and you can't... What I was about to say wasn't going to make sense. Saying you can't change what you don't know, but that's the exact opposite of what I meant to say.
I mean, how much of what Misty says actually makes sense?
Besides, with these kinds of time travel things,
Uncool.
usually the major anchor points always still happen. So a few small things end up not adding up too much over the larger course.
What Misty was saying was giving me these vibes.
Oh no.
The sun can't stop me because I can't. Exactly. Exactly. I'm glad you understand.
We're working on that, though.
History can't stop me because I don't know it. That's what I was going for.
Having several conversations at once, and people want me to join like a call, and I'm like, no, I'm GMing right now. Buzz off.
Yeah, Trainwreck will give Pinkie Pie a debriefing of the raid on the zebras, questioning them, and finding the bombs, driving out, and disarming them.
Hey, heck, that also means we potentially saved all of those civilians' families too. Depending on what the riflemen were going to do, anyway.
You've done stuff.
Good, let's keep doing stuff to tick Pinky off.
You stumbled your words there a moment.
Screw her defeated 17. Okay, so...
well, you've already started altering the timeline, so...
We've got the lead on where the benefactor is going, so we're gonna go there. And however many hours it takes, it takes.
And where's the rest of everyone?
They're tracking down. They're tracking down a lead on actually getting rid of him for good, instead of just destroying the body.
Yeah. Trainwreck, Soul, and Misty are on the case to say screw your physical body again. And the others
she will look around for
for
Soul and then realize, yeah, she's probably invisible. Because she has a brain and does not openly walk around.
Competent NPCs, that's a first. I mean, it's not a first, but...
My cat just looking at me like, feed me.
Yeah.
He has food. His food bowl is full.
Irrelevant human.
Yeah. Alright. Well, do you all have a place to stay for the night until the rest of your group gets back?
Let's see. I don't think we're anywhere near where we stayed before.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Nope.
In that case, I assume you liked the luxury of the last place you stayed at, right?
Yeah.
Follow me. There is another hotel of its kind nearby.
Alright, then we'll follow Punkerpo.
Punkerpo, alright.
Punkadonk.
Punkamuna. She would lead you to the... I'm trying to think of the name. Deaf Ears. Like I said, I'm pause on Deaf Ears. Yeah. And based on your previous one, I can probably guarantee that you know what is special about this place.
Yeah.
What?
All right. Just be patient with them. I mean, you have pit butts. There's type on those.
Yeah, I imagine some of them can read lips. Yeah.
Yeah, that too. But
The big issue is Trainwreck can't read or write.
huh, what does word mean?
So you're saying I've got 2 ponies to teach to read now?
Yeah, Misty was helping a bit in exchange for punching lessons.
All right, it's a new day.
All right. So you'd stay the night, I assume, and the rest of the party would arrive, coming off the bridge to meet Pink, Ponka, Pernka, Prune the Pink. I don't know.
I have to say I wasn't expecting to see you so soon, Miss Pie.
Yeah, whenever you get called about bomb threats in hospitals, yeah, it makes you hop up and come do things, especially whenever you have agents in the field.
Face hoof.
So, yeah, face hoof. Don't worry, everyone made it out okay. There were no casualties.
That's a relief.
Heck, even the traders survived after they got brought back to life.
Hey, most of them were held under dresses, okay?
Face hoof
They were
the second.
Misty is not there to talk, okay?
Okay, I was confused.
Yeah, we're eating pizza in the hotel.
Yeah, and I thought Pinky...
Pink is at the bridge as they come off of it.
Yeah, we're time skipping to when the others arrive.
Okay, sorry. I can pay attention.
You can pay attention, yeah.
Shall I report our findings, or should we wait till we've gathered with the others for that?
I'd say we should at least wait until we're not in the open. So,
Very well,
likely
then.
with the rest of your people. Yes. She would transfer you from taxi to limo as the taxi driver is like, huh? Who is this person? Like, why are you so important that you're with the ministry mayor? And you just hop in the limo, and she doesn't drive. Her driver drives you. So, would you rather tell me things now or wait?
Might as well give you the full report, and we can give the more things that are more pertinent again. And once we're with the others, our investigation led us to a small zebra village that was over by what I can only describe as a salt sea. Turns out that many of the zebras there were being poisoned by pesticides that were being dumped into the water supply. I treated them as best I can, then went to the hospital where their elders and the rest of their sick were. The doctor there was difficult to work with. But once he realized that we were operating on ministry business and he was obstructing that, he ended up running off because he realized that he had just committed treason. So,
I see.
Yeah, he's currently on the run, but it sounds like from what Masher has told me that he will be dealt with.
Most likely.
But we were able...
Even if he gets out of the Equestrian borders, I doubt he would fare too well.
Mm-hmm. But I was able to then treat the sick and speak with the elder, and we now have a potential means of killing the benefactor for good.
And that is what I like to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any clue why he's doing this, or what he's doing at all?
As what he's doing, I can't say for certain. All we know for certain is that... How familiar are you, Miss Pye, with zebra lore about the stars?
I know it's real.
Well, it seems like in the case of the benefactor, he was originally a hero that went to fight against a star long before the days of Equestria's founding. But in the battle, he ended up having the star enter into him and was sealed within him. And over the years, the star has corrupted him, which is what binds him to this land. In order to end him for good, we need to weaken his host body where the star is, using weapons made of star metal. Then, once he has been weakened enough, it will come to the aid of the spirits to fill his body with enough energy that it can no longer contain it, and his body detonates, destroying the star in the process, and breaking his ties to this plane.
Well, it's something.
Indeed. The star metal will probably be the easier part to come across. I believe we have come across some already in our travels. Misty will probably be happy to know that her star metal and making a sword out of it will make her some kind of hero to slay the star. The hard part will be finding where he's hidden his host body with the star.
That likely would be the hard part.
But it's something at the very least. So I take it now we just need to find him and get a way to at least keep him locked down until we can return back to our own time.
I would take that up with your fellow compatriots. They might know something. I didn't bother with any questioning, as I had to come and find you. They are currently at the Deaf Ears Hotel. It's further in the city than your other one. I'm sure you can know what's special about this one.
Yes, especially considering the last hotel you put us up in. I'd say that it's a pretty wise guess, and I'd be willing to make a wager that at some point we'd end up staying at a hotel that is somehow relates to the employees being mute, because that seems to be just how you roll.
It's a experimental thing on these islands, so that's what.
I must say though, it has been refreshing to be able to speak to zebras that don't immediately spit on me because of my cybernetics.
Yes. Most of them can read lips, so you won't have to learn any fancy sign language. Though, if one can't understand you, I just type out something on your pip book.
Understood.
You would eventually arrive at the hotel, hurling you out. Well, I won't bog you down in your mission any longer. Me being here is already on the more suspicious side. Me talking with a bunch of unknown, honestly unidentifiable ponies that by all means shouldn't exist.
One could argue many special agents technically shouldn't exist.
Many shouldn't,
Sectors.
and you are at the top of the list.
We'll continue.
'Cause you physically don't have birth records.
And the
Anywhere.
perfect ciphers.
I will bid you adieu, though.
We'll continue with our mission then, until we speak next, Miss Pie. Take care.
She would roll up the window, and the limo would begin driving away. There's a pony in sort of waiter, well, not waiter, but like butler attire outside, making a hand gesture at you. It probably means follow. You have no idea, though. Because I'm not going to say that you can read sign language.
Would I though? Because doctor means I'd probably have.
Not every doctor in the world reads sign language, and I'm not going to say that a wasteland doctor would either.
Yeah, I imagine that we'd understand the universal signal for someone beckoning you to come over, though.
Yeah, like, hey, over here.
The problem is, do we recognize as, hey, come over here, or, hey, get over here, we're gonna fight?
Why?
I don't think that you're going to jump to, hey, we're gonna fight. That
I'm just saying it's theoretically possible.
it is, but not necessarily. And yeah, they beckon you over, opening the door for you whenever you go in. This hotel, even more so than the last one, is beautiful, ornate. The fact that they have eyes and can actually see what they're doing means that they keep it much more pristine looking, even more so than the other, which already looked pretty dang good. They would tell you what room to go to and what not for the rest of the party. And we'll say that now the timeline is synced up again, and you're acting at the same time. Yay! So, what would the lot of you be doing once you all are in the same room?
Barry would look at the others and say, "A bomb scare at a hospital. Really?"
Hey, we didn't put the bombs there.
Facehoof.
To be honest,
yeah.
it's standard tactics.
But yeah, we were spending our time being big goddamn heroes. We busted open a zebra, I guess, forced recruitment den. Knocked some heads, no casualties. Found out that the direction the benefactor's gone in, and that they had planted a bomb. Disarmed that, and now we're here.
On our front, spoke to some local zebras, found a corrupt doctor who is no longer practicing due to him interfering with a ministry operation and officially becoming guilty of treason, and is now on the run. Treating the zebras that he wouldn't treat because of his greed, and learning of a potential means of defeating the benefactor for keeps.
Awesome. So what we need to do to axe this guy?
We need the right weapon, and we need to find his original body where the star is located. And we need a weapon of star metal to weaken his body and weaken the star as well. Once they've been weakened significantly enough, then by using the aid of the spirits, we can pump his body full of enough energy to make it blow up, destroying his original body and the star in the process, breaking his bond to this plane and ending him for good.
Or we'll chime in, theoretically.
That is the wisdom that was imparted to me by the Elder.
Alright. With that bit of knowledge dump and everyone being on the same page, restroom break for anyone that needs it, and let me get my charger for my computer.
Or in my case, refill the water.
I thought I had it put with my rapier, but apparently I still have it in my inventory, so I'm guessing it's not with the rapier, or I should have deleted it.
Alright, so I'm back. I had to change it because the outlet in that room does not work with 3 prongs on a outlet on a cord, so that's fine.
I will direct you to the post that I wrote, but I'm still getting myself ice cream, so I'm kind of away from the monitor.
These zebras were a farming village. Metallurgy is not a strength of theirs.
I'm asking about them. I'm asking about Pinky.
Oh. My
What have
misunderstanding.
Pinky drove off after dropping off Barry.
Yes, but Missy means asking her.
We'll have to ask her about that when we see her next. She's already departed.
Ugh.
And this will be the next time we see her. We will have the benefactor in tow. We should probably be careful to keep questions about things such as forging star metal weapons out of his earshot.
Sorry, out of whose earshot?
Out of the benefactors.
Oh, well, duh.
Yeah, seems like the spirits have been guiding us, Misty, since you've managed to already in our journey come across one of the major keys we need to bring the benefactor down for good.
And she considered putting it on her armor.
I did put it on my armor.
Oh yeah, you put a bit of it on your armor.
You specifically said I had one good sheet and then another sheet that was imperfect.
Yeah, you have the imperfect sheet still left, but still. Yeah.
So above board, if all else fails, she can just tackle him until he breaks.
Just
see what I do
him.
is I just take this piece of imperfect star metal and bash him over the head with it over and over again with the sharp corner.
I thought you were gonna be like a cafeteria tray.
I mean, actually, arguably, I could just take off my helmet and have that horn bit sharpened just a little bit, and then poof, horn spike, stab. Because with a helmet, I can still make a natural horn attack, to my understanding. So we do technically have a star metal weapon. It's just that it only does like 1d10 plus strength or something. Lou?
We can hear you.
Okay. Well, no one was saying anything, so...
Yeah.
Oh, hey, my mic is muted. And yeah, trim wreckages would just need some of that star metal to be pressed into a set of horseshoes.
Another thing, simply because like school is started back up and everything, we can't go for like the 12 to like 12 o'clock like I usually do.
Well, 10 o'clock is usually a safe cutoff point because, work and all that.
That's 11 o'clock for me. Because, like, time zone difference.
So basically another 10 minutes in my case.
10 minutes to 20 minutes. I'd go for a little while after 11 o'clock, but I would need to go to sleep eventually.
Yeah,
So,
I'm actually gonna head off in a bit anyway. My stomach's acting up.
Alright, so what will you guys be doing as the last bit of things for today?
Yeah, drink and eat pizza. The old standby.
Wait, there's pizza?
Yeah, we can order pizza. We're at a hotel.
I just want us to hunt the benefactor down and kill him again already. Because, like, this has been 3 or 4 sessions now.
I gotta go right now, though.
Alright.
Okay.
If that's the case, then...
We're at a good stopping point anyway.
Alright. I will bid you all adieu, if that is the case.
Alright.
It's been a fun one.
I'll give you loot. Would you all have looted anything from the Zebra warehouse?
I don't know. I'm not sure if there'd be anything of value in there.
I will tell you what was there. In Out of Game Talk. Tomorrow.
Okay.
Alright, then I'll wrap things up for now. I've actually been enjoying this little foray into the past. And yeah, assuming we can still get that magic training, then that would just be the icing on the cake.
I had a feeling that you all would enjoy this, but I also had a feeling that you all might hate it. So I'm glad it was the first one.
I mean,
And of course,
I have of mixed feelings. If only because... I'm trying to think about something, like... Something about balance, but I'm not sure how to verbalize where my head is. Well, like... I guess that if being the past is supposed to be a big deal, it just feels weird that the focus is still entirely on the benefactor, because it's like that's what our characters should care about, and like we're having, I don't know, I'm not wording well right now. Sorry.
It's fine. I think I somewhat get what you mean. If anything, this was a cool little bit, and it is entirely a gimmick that also helps push the story forward in a good bit, because there is reason behind it, but it is very gimmicky. I'm not gonna lie, because like it's the past. You're jumping the shark with that one.
Yeah, but at the same time, I am aiming to take full advantage of this shark jump. I mean, it's. I mean, what other opportunity are we going to have for Misty and Barry to receive magic tutoring from prime pre-war magic tutors to further improve our spellcraft?
Prime. It's cute that you think that. I'm going to say that because the best ones are obviously going to be working at other places and not for Pinky per se. They're going to be working under Twilight, most likely.
Well, he's already jumped the shark with Pinkie Pie. Why not bring Twilight into this?
I mean, you're in the past. You've already fricked the timeline.
As you. If it's able to be fricked that easily, then it's not much of a line.
Yeah,
You missed with the time stream, man.
yeah.
I could probably feasibly bring Dash in, because Project Horizon's canon. She knows about the end of the world, and then, like, gets the memory of Pinky telling her put in a memory orb.
What?
You gotta read the book.
I am not reading
shark.
that track.
It jumps the shark, and it's not complete trash. It's just mostly difficult.
Fine, I'm not trudging through a bunch of sludge for the few gems that are in there.
That is
I've tried
decently
twice.
accurate.
I'll eventually get to it. Eventually.
It was the third book I read, alright.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Alright, well, with that, I do bid you all farewell.
Yep. And so, to everyone who came to watch this, I hope you had a good time. And I know I definitely had it. I hope everyone who played had a good time. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.